students? Yes. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Nasima, Banu, Ranjita, Manu, Gauda, Prakash, Arkere, Ansuya, Yashaswini, Sujana, Lokesh. Good evening, everyone. So, in the last class, we started with the most important chapter, that is light from the physics concept. Okay. So, today we are going to discuss regarding the concept of the image formation by concave mirror as well as by convex mirror, what I can say. Concave and convex mirror. Okay. So, as we discussed yesterday, ಹಿಂದಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, concave mirror means what here? The reflecting surface is inward. So this is a reflecting surface. Let me color it with the, yeah. So the reflecting surface will be inward like this. Inside irutte. Curve, ee thara. Okay, so this is a concave mirror, what we can call. So convex mirror means what here? This is a convex mirror where the reflecting surface is bulged outside. Okay, na? So here, like this. Fine. So this is regarding what? Concave and convex mirror. Okay. So yesterday we discussed regarding the important terminologies used in this light chapter, especially while learning the spherical mirrors. So can you tell me what is meant by center of curvature? Okay. So what do you mean by center of curvature? Can anyone tell me? Who attended yesterday, they can tell. Okay, what do you mean by center of curvature? Enidu center of curvature andre? Yes, what is this? Anyone? Bega. What do you mean by center of curvature? ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Center of circle north. What is that center of circle? Center of sphere. Okay. Then anyone else? Yes. Focal and ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. Center of curvature, center of a spherical mirror, not a spherical mirror. So most of you answered it correctly. It is the center of a sphere. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು concave mirror. Image ಅಲ್ಲಿ, whatever image you are seeing, this is a concave mirror. So this concave mirror will be the part of what? It will be the part of one sphere. Okay. So let us take like this. It will be a part of one sphere. Fine. So the center of that sphere will be the center of curvature. Very good. So most of you answered it correctly. Then center of sphere. Okay. Very good. Atish answered it. Fine. Most of you answered it correctly. Next, what do you mean by pole? What do you mean by pole, my dear students? What is pole? What is pole? Very good. Sadanand answered it. It is a center of spherical mirror. The center of spherical mirror, this one is called as what? Pole. Next we have is principal focus, this point. Okay, it is denoted by letter F. So what do you mean by principal focus? ಏನು principal focus andre? So just to see this diagram, you will understand these all, whatever you are seeing, these all are incident rays. And whatever you are seeing in this direction, these all are what? Reflected rays. So what is meant by the focus or a principal focus? Sphere, okay, center of mirror. Okay. What point meets? Okay. What is that point meets? Anyone? What do you mean by principal focus? Very good. Vikas answered it. Where reflected rays meet at a point after reflection. So that is called as what? Principal focus. So you should remember center of curvature, pole and principal focus. Then only you will understand the image formation. Now, let us proceed with the image formation. Before that, I request you all to be ready with your notebook, pencil, rubber and pen. While I am explaining, one time I will explain, please do observe the screen. Second time I will be explaining, just draw the rough diagram of that and write down the important points. So you should understand, okay? Important concept ಇದು ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ? Fine. Then reflection of spherical mirrors. Okay, reflection by spherical mirrors. So ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. So here you can see in a concave mirror, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the focus. So ಒಂದನೇ case study ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, when a ray of light passes parallel to principal axis. Okay. Principal axis. So, ಒಂದು case study ಇದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ light ray, either it is a concave mirror or a convex mirror, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೈಟ್ ರೇ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, what will be the condition of that light ray after reflection? Fine. So let us see here. Please do observe the laser point. See which is a principal axis here. Can anyone tell me which is a principal axis? Yes. Which is a principal axis? Principal focus ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, principal axis ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. What is principal axis? A straight line passing through center of curvature and the pole. Okay na? Principal focus is F. Okay. Dhruva, Preeti answered it as CP. Very good. So this CP is there, no? This is the principal axis. Okay. So see here, the principal axis when it is passed, okay, through the center and the pole, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis, when it is reflected by the mirror by the concave mirror, okay, it will meet on, okay, passes through, that reflected ray will be there, no, it passes through the principal focus. Adenagatte reflected ray, it passes through the principal focus, what I can say. Fine, see here. Okay. Same way, in a convex mirror, a ray of light parallel to the principal axis after reflection appears to diverge from the focus. See here, this is our principal axis C and P. Idu concave mirror. Okay, remember this is a concave. The reflecting surface is outside. Okay, na? See here, this is CP is a principal axis. Fine. Then this is a light ray. Okay, so when light ray passes parallel to the principal axis, the reflected ray is this. This is a reflected ray. Okay, so when you just drag imaginarily, when you just drag the reflected ray, when you just drag imaginarily, ಅದನ್ನ ಜಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So it appears to come from a point. That point is nothing but the focus. See here, after reflection, it appears to diverge. It appears to diverge. It appears to spread from one point, that is principal focus. So ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ಹಾಯ್ದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ in a convex mirror, it appears to diverge from the focus, but in concave mirror, it passes actually through the focus. This is about the first case study. Okay, very good. Fine. So let us proceed to the next case study. Okay, just go through it once. 1 minute I will give you. Go through the diagram. Go through the sentences. Okay. See, CP is a principal axis, parallel ray. When it reflects back, it passes through the principal focus. So here it appears to diverge from the principal focus. So actually ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ actually ಇದು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಣಿದಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿಲಿ we will extend this line. Which line? Imaginarily we will extend this line. This line we will extend. So when we extend this line, it appears like it is coming or it is spreading from one point. That point is nothing but our principal focus. Understood? So like this you should know it. ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಇಟ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡ್ರಾಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫೋಕಸ್. ಫೈನ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ us proceed to the next case study, my dear student. Okay, so what is the next case study here? Okay, so observe this diagram. If the incident ray, this is the incident ray. This is the incident ray here. Okay, so this is the incident ray. Fine. So the incident ray is passing through what? F. What do you mean by F here? Can anyone tell me? What is F here? What is F? I am using both Kannada and English. Majority I am using English only. Yes, what is F here? Very good. Venkatesh answered it. Principal focus. So when an incident ray passes through the principal focus after reflection, so it striked here. So when it strikes, it will undergo what? Reflection. So this is a reflected ray. The reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. So here CP is a principal axis. See the reflected ray, it is parallel to the principal axis. So what is second case study? When incident ray passes through focus, we can say focus, that is F. This is in a concave mirror, what I said. In a convex mirror, see, this is a convex mirror. A ray of light directed towards the focus. We are incidenting a ray of light in such a way that it is aligning with means it appears to be in the direction of the focus. And when you see the reflected ray here also will go parallel to the principal axis. See, in both the cases, the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis, but the word change, but the word changes here. Why? Because here the ray of light is directly passing through the focus. But here what happens? The ray of light is directed towards. It is not actually passing through the focus. Entirely, truly, it is not passing. It is directed towards the direction of the principal focus. And when we get the reflected ray appears to be in the direction or parallel to the principal focus. So here we have principal focus, CP. Fine. So illi, here also, when you just see, here it will be not there actually. We will be directing that incident ray or aligning that incident ray in the direction of the principal focus. Fine. Then this reflected ray we will get. Okay. So this is about what? Second case study. When a ray of light passes through the principal focus, in concave mirror, it is parallel to the principal axis. In convex mirror, when a ray of light directed towards the principal focus is passed through convex mirror, the reflected ray will be also parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so this is about the second case study. When a ray of light passes through principal focus. Just glance it once, glance the slide once, then we shall proceed with the next case study. Okay. If you understood both the case studies, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Yes, dear students. If you understood these two case studies, give a thumbs up in the comment box. Very good. Thank you. Geeta, Sushma, Shobha, thank you. So let us proceed to the next slide. Next case study is, okay. So the next case study is what? When a ray of light or when a incident ray passes through center of curvature, passes through center of curvature. So what will happen here? Let us see in case of concave mirror. Here you can see in a concave mirror, a ray of light passing through the center of curvature. See, this is the red color is there, no? That red color is what? Our incident ray. So that incident ray is red color. When it passes through the center of curvature, the reflection occurs in the same way, through the same path, through the same road, but in opposite direction. So after reflection, it is reflected back along the same direction. So the reflected ray will be also in the same path, but in opposite direction. Next, in a convex mirror, a ray of light which is passing through the center of curvature, okay, after reflection is reflected back along the same direction. Here also, it is reflected along the same path, along the same road, but in opposite direction. So this is in the third case study. When a ray of light passes through, what we can say is, passes through center of curvature. Okay, na? Then next we have is, in both the condition, it reflected back in the same direction. Next we have is, okay, in a concave or a convex mirror, a ray of light directed obliquely at the pole is reflected obliquely, making equal angles with the principal axis. Obliquely means what? Slant. See here, this is a slant ray of light which is directed towards the pole. This is the pole. Okay. So when ray of lights directed towards the pole obliquely or slantly, bendagi, okay na? So the reflected ray will also be in the will also be formed obliquely such that it is making same angle with principal axis. That is angle of incidence with the principal axis, angle of reflection will be same. Angles with, see this one, this and this. If this is 30 degree, the reflected ray and the principal axis, this is also 30 degree. Like that it will form. This is when a ray of light falls obliquely, which is directed towards the pole. See, this is in concave mirror. In convex mirror, you see, this is the light ray which is falling slantly through the via pole and it is reflecting back. And the angle will be the same here. Okay. So this is about the third case study. Fourth case study. Okay. First case study is when a ray of light is passed parallelly to the principal axis. So it passes through the focus. Second case study is when a ray of light passes through the focus, it will be parallel to the principal axis. Third case study is when a ray of light passes through center of curvature, it is reflected back in the same direction. Then fourth case study, when a ray of light falls obliquely towards the pole. Okay, then the reflected ray will also be in a obliquely with the pole, forming equal angles at the principal axis. Fine. So this is about concave mirror. Next we have is concave and convex mirror. So now in detail we have regarding the concave mirror. So here what we saw the case studies, how reflection occurs by the spherical mirrors. In the upcoming case study, what we are going to see is images formed, how the images will be formed, where the images will be formed in a concave mirror. Okay. So please do concentrate. This is also important. Next here, see. When the object is placed at infinity, the image is formed at the focus. It is slightly highly diminished, real and inverted. See here. So this is the object, what we can say. Okay, this is the object. Okay, so let us call the upper region or the tip of an object as A, the bottom or the lower region as B, AB, the tip and the lower region. So when the object is kept at infinity, means very, very far, we don't know exact distance. So if it is placed at infinity from the spherical mirror, here the spherical mirror is there. So object is kept at a infinity. We don't know the fixed distance, but it is far. So there, the light rays which are coming from the object, reflected back, reflected by the spherical mirrors, and they meet on the focus. So the image will be formed at the focus. So where usually images will be formed, where the reflected ray meets, there the image will be formed. Okay. So the image is formed at the principal focus. As you can see here, the image is very small. That is highly diminished, very, very small. It is not so clear. Okay. Then we have real image. What is real means? The image is formed at the screen. We can get the image on the screen. I'll show you a video, you will understand it. Okay. Then inverted. Inverted means what? Here, the tip of the object is A. Okay. The bottom of the object is B. But in the image, it will be like this. Very small image will be formed. The bottom will be at the up and the tip will be at the down, lower region. Okay. BA. It will be AB object. this one image will be BA. That is called an inverted image. Okay. Then, so this is about the first case study when the image is kept at the infinity distance. Infinity, far distance. Don't know the exact distance. Okay. Next we have is, C. When the object is kept beyond C, the image is formed between C and F if it is diminished, real, and inverted. See here. See the this one, ray diagram. These are called as ray diagram. Okay, now see here. The object is there. This is the object. So let us consider the object as A and B, the top region and the bottom region. Fine. Then it is kept where? It is kept beyond F and C. Sorry, beyond C. C means what? Center of curvature. It is kept beyond, after C, to some distance. Okay, after C. So when a light ray, see, this is a light ray which is coming from the object, and this is a reflected ray. Reflected ray is passing through the focus. Okay, so here you can see this is a reflected ray, and this is also a incident ray. This is also incident ray. Two rays are there. Okay, one incident ray is passing parallelly to what? Principal axis. That is why it is passing through the focus. This is one reflected ray. One incident ray is there which is passing through the center of curvature. So the reflection will be along the same path in the opposite direction. So these two are what? Reflected rays. So reflected rays are meeting at this point. Which is that point? So when you see, you will understand. Just a minute. Okay, Murali Mohan, you will get the classes in our playlist, YouTube playlist, or in the live session also you will get our classes. Okay, you can watch it later. So see here, understand ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, confuse ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. ಇವೆರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ರೇ, both the rays are incident rays from the object. One incident ray is parallel to the principal axis. That is why the reflected ray is passing through the focus, principal focus. Same way, one incident ray is passing through the center of curvature. So what is the case study? Just recall what I just told you. So when an incident ray passes through a center of curvature, the reflected ray will be in the same path, same road, but in opposite direction. So these two are what here? Reflected rays. These reflected rays meet at a point. So their image will be formed. So where is that point? When you see the point, you will understand the point is between F and C. C is center of curvature. F is principal focus. Okay. So the image is formed between C and F. And when you see the image, it is diminished. Diminished means what? Smaller than the object. See the object. What is its height? See the image. What is its height? It is diminished. Real means it is obtained on the screen. Inverted. See the arrow here. The arrow is, the tip is here and the bottom is here. But here the tip is down and the bottom is here. So this is inverted image. Okay. This is the case study. Second case study in concave mirror. Same way, when the third one, when the object is kept at C. First, we kept the object very far from the from the concave mirror, that is at infinity distance. Second, we kept the object beyond the center of curvature, a bit far from the center of curvature. Now, we are placing the object exactly at the center of curvature. You can see here. Exactly at the center of curvature, we are placing. Okay. Now, let us see what happens. These two are incident rays from the object. So, same way, one incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, so its reflected ray is passing through the focus, and one incident ray is passing through, one incident ray is passing through what? Principal focus. That is why its reflected ray is parallel to principal axis. Okay, so this is this which is passing through principal focus. The incident ray here, the second one, let me clear it. So this is the first incident ray. This is a second incident ray, this one. Okay, so see here, this is passing through focus. That is why the reflection is what? So passing through the focus. So that is why the reflection is parallel to. So this is a principal axis. So it is parallel to principal axis. Okay, and the first one is, this is a first incident ray. So it is passing parallelly to the principal axis. So it passes through focus. Both the reflected rays meet at a point. Okay, where when you see that point, the point is exactly the center of curvature. So when you keep the object at the center of curvature, the image will be formed at the center of curvature only. But the property or characteristics, what we can say, guna lakshanagalu, okay? So the property or characteristics of the image will be different. Here, the size of the image is equal to the object, okay, same size. If it is around 2 centimeter, the image will be also 2 centimeter. And it is real, means it is obtained on the screen. And it is inverted, that is ulta. See, if this is the object, here you can see, this is the object, the pointer and the bottom, okay. So the image will be formed like this. This is a inverted image, okay, fine. So let us proceed to the next. Now, when the object is placed between C and F, so first we placed at infinity distance, then beyond C, then at C. Now we are placing at C and beyond, at C we kept, and then now we are placing the object between C and F, that is center of curvature and principal focus. So just a minute. Center of curvature beyond C. Okay, correct. This is fourth one. See, between center of curvature and the focus, we kept the object. Okay, this is our object. So one incident ray, it is acting or it is incidenting parallel to the principal axis. That is why its reflected ray is passed through the focus. Again, one more incident ray is passing through the focus. That is why its reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. So these both reflected rays, this one, okay, just a minute. This one, this reflected ray and this reflected ray. Sorry, this reflected ray and this reflected ray. So both are meeting at this point. So when you see the point is where the point is beyond C. The point is beyond C. And here you can see the image. The image is what? It is highly enlarged, means bigger than the object. It is real, means we can get it on the screen. It is inverted. As I said, inverted means what? Ulta. Ulta to what? Reversed or, inverted to object. Okay. Then, next we have when the object is at F. So first we placed at infinite distance. Then we placed at beyond C. Then we placed at C. Then we placed between C and F. Now we are placing the object at F, that is at focus itself. So what happens? Again, see here, this is the incident ray. Two incident rays are there. This is one incident ray. The reflected ray is passing through the focus. Okay. Then one more incident ray is there, which is passing through what? The center of curvature. One more incident ray is passing through center of curvature, and the reflected ray will be at the same one, same thing, in the same path in the opposite direction. So when you see the reflected rays, these are reflected rays. So this is one reflected ray and this is one reflected ray. So when you just drag the reflected rays will not meet at all. Okay. So what we have to write, we should not write the reflected rays will not meet, the image is not formed. What we should write means the reflected rays will meet at infinity, somewhere very far from the spherical mirror. Okay. Then the image will be highly, what we can say, diminished, enlarged, very big than the object, and it will be real and inverted. Fine, like this we have to write when we keep the object at the focus. Then I think, yeah, this is the last case study of concave mirror. So here what happens, you can see when the object is placed between F and P. So what do you mean by P here? P is what? Can you tell me? F is principal focus. What do you mean by P? Yes. What is P? Very good. Uma Shankar, Karthik, Mohan, Venkatash, and Shravat. Okay. P. Okay. So here P means pole. So when the object is placed between focus and the pole, here you can see the incident rays. One is acting parallel to the principal axis. So the reflected ray is passing through the focus. One incident ray is passing through the center of curvature. So the reflected ray is in the same direction. Okay. So when you see the reflected rays, one is going like this, one is going like this. They will not meet at all. So what we have to do? We have to extend or drag the reflected rays. So when we drag the reflected rays like this, they will meet at a point, but they will meet at a point where behind the mirror is facing this side, but the image is forming behind the mirror. So we will not get the image on the screen. We will not get the image on the screen because it is forming beyond the mirror, behind. That is, mirror hindgade form ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay na? And the image will be very enlarged, very big than compared to the object, and it is virtual. What do you mean by virtual? Cannot be obtained on screen. Cannot be obtained on screen. Such images are called as what? Virtual images. Real images can be obtained on screen. And when you see the object is erect, that is, if the the image is erect, if the object is AB, the tip is A and the bottom is B, and the image will be also AB, not inverted in as in the previous case studies. Okay, so this is about the case study. Now we will see a very beautiful experiment video on this reflection by concave mirror. If you see it thoroughly, completely and understood it, so you can draw the ray diagram by your own. Okay, so if you understand it in a better way. Okay, so let us watch it. Image formation by concave mirror. So we want concave mirror, okay, of focal length 10 centimeter, a mirror holder. This is a screen, okay. We have to keep the mirror on the holder. Take a sheet and mark PFC. P Pole, F focus, C center of curvature. Now place the mirror at pole. First we are placing the mirror at pole. Now, just a minute. Okay. Now see, the mirror is at the pole. Because why at the pole? The center of the mirror, spherical mirror is a pole. Okay. And we kept the object. We kept the object very far from the mirror. That is at infinite distance. We kept the object very far from the mirror. And then we start to get the object. We start to get the image. So as we move the screen, you can see that we will get the image at focus. So when we keep the object at infinite distance, the image is formed at the focus. Okay. See, at the focus, we will get the image. This is F is there, no? That is at the focus. Next, in the next case study, see, this is a ray diagram. So this is the object. When we place it at a far distance, the image is formed at the focus. The next one is object beyond C. Object is kept as at some distance from C. So when you see image is formed between F and C, not exactly. F means what? On this line it should come. But the image is formed between F and C. And see the image here, it is inverted, means ulta. Okay, inverted, and it is obtained on the screen. That is, it is a real image. It is the inverted image and it is quite smaller, diminished means. Okay, see here. See, between F and C, the image is formed. Okay. F and C, between F and C, see clearly. Okay. It is not at a F. Okay. Just a minute, I will show you, confirm you once again. See, here you can see, I will just put the laser. See, this is F. It is when the object is at far distance, infinite distance. But when you see the screen. Screen is, where is the screen here? It is between F and C. Okay. So let us proceed. Object beyond, see the ray diagram they are showing. Beyond, between F and C. Okay. Then the third case is object at C, at the center of curvature. See here. When you keep the object at C, the image is formed also at C. See here. The image is formed also at C. Okay. So how we have to perform this experiment means we should drag the screen. So until we get the clear image, we should drag. So when he dragged, he got the image at the C. That is center of curvature only. See the image here. It is inverted. Right, it is real as it is obtained on screen, but it is enlarged. It is quite bigger than the object. Oh, sorry, it is not bigger. It is same size as the object. Here the object is not so clear, so you will not get to know the size, but it will be same size as the object. Okay, let us proceed to the next case study. See, image. Object at C. So the reflection, the image is formed at the C only. Next case study. Object between C and F. See here you can see object is placed between C and F, center of curvature and the principal focus. Let us see where we will get the image. Where we will get the image here? C now. So we will get the image beyond C, means after C. Here you can see the image. But the image is highly, what we can say, enlarged, means quite bigger than the object. This is the image. This is the object. Here you can see it is formed beyond the, this one, C. Next, object at F. When the object is kept at the principal focus, so the image is formed. So let us see where the image is formed. The image is formed at infinity, very far from the mirror. Very far from the mirror. Here you can see. And here you can see a very enlarged image, very bigger than the object. Okay. And it is real as it is obtained on screen. Okay. Real, inverted, and enlarged. Okay. And it is formed at infinity, very far from the mirror. So when you keep the image between P and F, that is pole and principal focus, so the image is formed beyond the mirror. See, before the mirror, that is in front of the mirror, we will not get the image. So the image is formed behind the mirror, which we are not able to see on the screen, but we can see it behind the mirror. See, a virtual image can be seen inside the mirror, but cannot be obtained on screen. On the screen, on that white sheet, we did not get the image. Why? Because this is a virtual image. The image is formed behind the mirror. Okay, so this is the next case study. Virtual image inside the mirror. Then the object is between P and F. So the virtual image is formed behind the mirror. Okay, so this is about what? The image formation by concave mirror. Okay, then we have images formed by convex mirror. So here we have only, I guess, two case studies. Two case studies we will get here. One is when the object is kept at infinity. So here the object is, it is kept at a far from the mirror at an infinite distance. Okay. Then it is highly diminished, virtual and erect. So these are the parallel rays of the incident rays. So after reflection, you can see the reflected rays here. Okay. So their reflected rays appears to come from the focus. They appear to come from the focus and the nature will be highly diminished, very, very small. Virtual means we will not get it on the screen. And erect. Erect means what here? If the tip is AB, okay, this is object, okay, object AB is there, the image will be formed as AB only, not BA, not inverted as in case of concave mirror. Next case study we have here is when the object is between infinity and the pole. When the object is between at any point or infinity and the pole. Here you can see one incident ray passing parallel to the principal axis. The reflected ray is here, which appears to come from the focus. And one ray is passing through the center of curvature and it is reflected back in the same path. So both the reflected rays, okay, when you just stretch them, so they appears to meet. They appears to meet between pole and focus. They appears to meet between pole and the focus. Okay. So this is called as what? Here, when you see, the image is formed behind the mirror. Why behind the mirror? So this is a reflecting surface of the convex mirror. So this is the behind the mirror. So image is formed behind the mirror, which is actually virtual image. And you can see erect. Why erect? So it is same position, AB, AB. See, it is not like this. Okay. Then it is diminished, means very small compared to the object. So this is how image formation takes place in convex mirror. Image formation takes place in convex mirror. Next we have is uses of spherical mirror. So we learnt various case studies. Okay. So when you get the textbook, So we have the tabular column in that. Okay, along with the case studies. One table ಇದೆ neat ಆಗಿ ಇರೋದು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆದಾಗ what will be the where will be the reflected rays ಅಂತ. So that you can refer and practice it. Practice ray diagrams from today only. Then only you will understand. If you just sit and watch the YouTube or the screen, you will not understand the light chapter, especially the ray diagrams. And it is important, very, very important. And what we can say, compulsory question anta helbodu. Guarantee question. Okay. 2 marks igadru keltare, direct 5 marks or 4 marks igadru keltare. Okay. Concave mirrors ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ, so what are the uses or what are the application of concave mirrors? See here, the first one is concave mirror are used in torches, searchlights, headlights of a vehicle to get parallel beams of light. Why they are used in these all? To get parallel beams of light. Okay, so when they pass through a focus, we get the parallel beam of light. And they are also used in shaving mirror to see larger image, to see the larger image of the face. Then they are used in dentist to see larger images of the teeth. So whenever you go to the dentist, they will use one kind of a mirror. It appears to be like a spoon, but they will be seeing the teeth. That is nothing but our concave mirror. And the headlights of our vehicles are made up of concave mirror. And you can see such torches on the stage while performing. Okay, that is also made up of concave mirror. Then large concave mirrors are used to concentrate sunlight to produce heat in solar furnace. So here they are used. Why? Because we know that the concave mirrors, the reflected rays will meet at a point. They are converging mirrors. They will make the reflected ray to meet at a point. When the reflected ray of the sunlight especially meet at a point, the heat at that place increases. So that is why they are used as they are used in solar furnace to produce heat. Okay, this is about the uses of concave mirrors. Then we have convex mirror. This also you might be observed, and you see here convex mirror are used as rear view mirrors. So these are called rear mirrors in our cars. Okay, so convex mirror, what they will give? They give erect, means straight, diminished images of the object. They also have a wider view of than plane mirrors. See, if we keep the plane mirror here, plane mirror ಇದ್ದಾಗ no doubt ನಮಗೆ ಇರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಇರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ವೈಡರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಕೇವ್ ಮಿರರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಅಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, one more car is coming from behind us. Okay, it is coming behind us, so it appears ulta for us if we use concave mirror, because in most of the cases we will get what? Inverted image there. Okay, and when we use this convex mirror, here we will get what? Erect image. Then fine, so this is about the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror. Now we have the sign convention of spherical mirrors. So this is very, very important while solving the problems. So let us see one by one. It is very easy, don't worry. So the object is always placed on the left of the mirror and light from the object falls from the left to the right. Always remember whether it is a convex mirror or a concave mirror. If this is a mirror, okay, let me take this so you'll understand it in a better way. Just a minute. I will just show you. Just a minute. Okay, dear students, here you can observe it in a better way. Okay, so let us take, see, if the reflecting surface is curved outwards, then it is a convex mirror. If the reflecting surface is curved inwards, okay, then it is a concave mirror. Okay, so either it is a convex mirror or a concave mirror, the object will be kept at the left side. The object will be kept at the left side of the mirror. Suppose, see, this is a concave mirror. I am placing the concave mirror and here the object is. So now I am taking convex mirror like this. Okay, convex mirror. So the object will be placed at the left only. So when you see the number line, you might have learned regarding number line. Okay, so on the number line, just imagine what will be the sign of the object. I will tell you later. Then all distances parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole. All distances, see, this is a pole. Okay, all distances will be measured from the pole. Okay, then all distances measured to the right of the pole. See, if we will consider, this is a concave mirror, what you are seeing. Okay, if this is a pole. So this is a right side of the pole. This is a left side of the pole. So all the things which are measured to the right side of the pole will be always positive. All the things which are measured to the left side of the pole will be always negative. So when you put the graph, you might have knowing. So like this, if you put the graph, the right side will be positive, the left side will be negative. Same way, the upper side will be positive, the lower side will be negative. So x dash, let me make it more clear. Just a minute. Okay, just imagine the graph. Okay, so this will be our graph. Okay, then, so we will name it as x dash, x-axis, y dash. Okay, so this is on right side. Okay, and this is on left side. This is up, this is down. So each portion we will call it as quadrant. Okay, so right side, this is a center. So here, consider this as a mirror, this as a pole. Okay, whatever will be at the right side, whatever you measure from the right side from the pole, it will be positive. Whatever you measure from the left side of the pole, it will be negative. Then see here. Then whatever you measure upside from the pole, upside to the pole, that is upside to the principal axis. This is a principal axis. Okay, this is a principal axis. So whatever you measure upside to the principal axis will be positive. Whatever you measured down to the principal axis will be negative. Fine. Now you will understand the height measured upwards perpendicular to the principal axis. So the height of the object will be there. Okay. So the object distance, see here, sorry, the height of the object, see here, it is always upwards. So always the height of the object will be in a positive number. It will be h is equal to 2 centimeter. Then you should understand it is the object height. Okay. And the height measured downwards. Sometimes images will be formed downward to the principal axis. Then the height will be considered as negative. So here you have to remember two things. First, you have to remember all the distances will be measured from the pole, the center of the mirror. When we measure to the right side, we have to measure it as positive. When we measure from the left side, we have to measure it as negative. When we measure from the upper side, it is positive. From the lower side, it is negative. Now, see here. Here we will get Two things, object distance and image distance. Two terminologies are there, my dear friends. So, just a minute. Object distance. Object distance. So what is object distance? As the name suggests, it is very easy. The distance of the object from the mirror. From which point of the mirror? Obviously, it is from the pole. The distance of the object from the pole. Now tell me guys, the object is placed at the left side of the mirror. Means left side to the pole. Then what will be the object distance? Whether the object distance will be positive or negative, who will tell me? Object distance means what? The distance between the object and the pole. Okay. According to the Cartesian rule, object will be always placed on the left side. ಎಡಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬೇಕು. So, when we measure the object distance, what will be the charge of the what will be the sign of the object distance? Is it positive or negative? See at which side it is there. From the pole, at which side? Is it on the left side or the right side? Always object should be kept on the left side. Then what will be the sign of object distance? Very good. Someone answered it. Savita Bhatt, very good. Negative. Then Harini Shri. Okay, negative. Very good. Ahalya Nayak, Uma Shankar. Very good. Object distance. See, images, if the image is also formed on the left side, then the image distance will be negative. In some cases, image is formed behind the mirror. When we keep the object between F and P in concave mirror, image is formed behind the mirror. Okay, so then that time image distance will be positive. So why you should know this? Because while solving the problems, especially word problems will be given here. In the word problems, they will not they will not tell you whether it is positive or negative. What they will give? Object distance is 5 centimeter. So while solving through the formula, you should take it as -5 centimeter. Why? Because it is object distance. Object is kept always left to the pole, right? Then they will give image distance. Object distance will be represented by U. Image distance will be represented by V, image distance. Okay. This is about the Cartesian sign convention. You should know this. Next we have is the mirror formula for spherical mirrors. We have one important formula on which only we will be solving the numerical problems. Okay. See here, this is a mirror formula. So what is this mirror formula? So here, the mirror formula for spherical mirrors is the relationship between object distance, image distance, and the focal length. See, when you see the formula, you will understand it is the relationship between U. What is U? Not U. U means here object distance. Okay. U means here object distance. V means what? V means not V. V means image distance. The distance of the image from the pole of the mirror. Okay. And F, what do you mean by F? It is nothing but our focal length. That is the length or the distance between F, that is principal focus, and the pole. So mirror formula gives the relationship between object distance, image distance, and the focal length. So see here, the sum of reciprocal of, why we will call reciprocal? 1 by ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ reciprocal ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ 1 by ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ reciprocal. So 1 by V plus 1 by U gives you 1 by F. So this is a mirror formula. Next we have is magnification for spherical mirrors. Magnification means whatever we can say, if a mirror is there, if the mirror is there, so how clearly, if this is a mirror, okay, how clearly the image is formed, that is called magnification. Okay, so magnification for spherical mirrors is the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. That is height of the image to height of the object. Then it is also related to object distance and image distance. It is also expressed or given as minus V by U or HI by HO. HI means height of the image. HO means height of the object. Or minus V by U. V means image distance and U means object distance. Y minus object distance will be negative. Okay, so this is about the magnification of spherical mirrors. These two formulas are there, no? These two formulas. Okay, so very, very important. This formula, they will give problems of around 2 marks. Okay, this formula, they may give for 3 marks or 4 marks. Okay, one guarantee question will be there based on this formula, mirror formula, or they might also give the lens formula. Lens formula is also there in this. Okay. So here we learned reflection by spherical mirrors, that is reflection by concave and convex mirror. And in tomorrow's topic, we are going to solve some numerical problems on lens formula. Sorry, on mirror formula. In tomorrow's session, we are going to solve mirror formula problems and some problems on this magnification. Okay. Otherwise, what I will do, I might do like that, or what I will do, if not possible, I will be continuing with refraction of light. Okay. Then I will continue with the lenses. After lenses, at the end of the chapter, I will be solving the problems. Okay. All the problems I will be solving at the end of the chapter. Okay. So if possible, I will solve tomorrow on mirror formula. If not, I will be solving at the end of the chapter. Fine. Fine. So I hope the concept is very clear for you all. Okay, this is most important chapter. Please don't miss the session. Meet you all tomorrow. Until that, take care. Have a nice day. Please don't forget to comment how was the class. Bye-bye.